Hi, it's time for my week two picks for NFL season 2025. Starting it off with Thursday Night Football. That's tomorrow. Washington Commanders at Green Bay Packers. As of right now, I'm liking the Commanders more. Um, I will say that, usually I prefer their two most recent names before the Washington Commanders when they were called the Washington Redskins and the Washington football team. But more so now in this moment, I would say Washington Commanders is a good name for them. And with tomorrow being 9/11, I just think be good if the be cool too if the Commanders won. So I'm gonna pick the Commanders to win. Um, two good teams, two really good teams, from a week one standpoint. Um, but I'm gonna take the Commanders. Um, so next is the 1 o'clock games on Sunday. Jacksonville Jaguars at Cincinnati Bengals. I feel like the Bengals should have like blown out the Browns. They started off with a touchdown in week one. It was like 7-0. I'm like, okay, this is good. I picked you guys, and you guys got to get the blowout. It's feeling like a blowout. You don't got to get it, but it's like feeling like a blowout, like quick strike, And then it was a 1 point game, and it was only 17-16. Um, but you did get the dub. But more so, was it a sign of I don't know, like could we too be slow for you guys too? Facing off against Jacksonville, who I don't know, they they were playing the Panthers. The Panthers looked like maybe they were like them old selves, but um they got the dub. I think that the coach said that Travis Hunter is going to be playing more snaps on defense in week two. Probably expecting those Cincinnati receivers to have a bigger week, especially with how quiet they were in week one. Um, I don't know. I'm just feeling the Jags more. I'm just feeling it more. I'm taking the Jaguars in this one. New York Giants at Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys have to win. They can't start off the season 0-2. And the Giants look like their old selves last season and some years before that too. So they were kind of disappointing in week one. The Giants were kind of were hoping for them to maybe take that next step, but it didn't look like that in week one. I don't think it's going to happen in week two. Yeah, so I got the Cowboys. And then Chicago Bears at Detroit Lions, still on the 1 o'clock games. I feel like this is the last game too. The Bears are they look like their last year selves. um, so and the Lions were bad in week one too. Um, but the Lions still have the players. It's up to the players. And I don't think they're going to go 0-2. They're like the Cowboys. Both the Cowboys and the Lions are more serious contenders in their divisions and conference too than the Bears or the Giants. So I'll take the Lions in this one. Rams at Titans. So if you play Survivor, that's the game where you have to pick a different team to win each week, but you can't pick the same team. You start off with week one, and you have to pick them all right in a row or you're eliminated. So I feel like the Rams is a good choice for Survivor this week. But there's a lot of good options too besides the Rams. I got the Rams. Cam Ward didn't do that good. Well, I mean he was okay, I guess, but did not much to see from him yet. There was nothing there to see yet. So Rams, and then Patriots at Dolphins. The Dolphins lost pretty bad to the Colts. What a shocker! They got blown out. And then Richie Incognito said that Tua sucks or something. Like I was already thinking that I was going to pick the Patriots in this one before he said that, but then that put me over the top. So I'm taking the Patriots. 49ers at Saints. Um, yeah, the 49ers lost George Kittle and like Brock Purdy has maybe some injuries, so I mean he'll probably play. Even if he doesn't, I don't know. The Saints, I don't think the Saints can beat the 49ers. I'll take the 49ers, but not as confidently as the Rams over the Titans. Bills at Jets. The Jets were pretty impressive in week one, and they almost had it. But I'll take the Bills in this one. The Bills are like all the Bills teams, like the perennial powerhouse that they are, which is what they looked like in week one. And this is another choice of mine for Survivor. The Bills. I feel like I'm confident in the Bills to win this game, and the Rams to beat the Titans. So that's 2 Rams Bills for Survivor. Seahawks at Steelers. The Seahawks, they just gave the game to the 49ers in week one. They let in like a touchdown at the end. Like it was like three defenders there. It was like 3 Seahawks and 1 guy from the 49ers. Like we never heard of before, or like we maybe vaguely heard about him before. Tongas or something. He caught the game winner. And then you had a chance to win the game after that. But then like you got into the red zone and then you didn't get it. Like Nick Bosa took the ball from you or something. You fumbled and it was over. Or something like that. I don't remember what happened, but you got to give up to the Niners. They won that game, but still. What I'm getting at is I'm picking the Steelers to win this game. Browns at Ravens. This is another good Survivor choice for week 2. Baltimore Ravens, obviously. So I got Ravens to win this one. So that was all the 1 o'clock games. Now it's the 4 o'clock games. There's only 3 of them. Denver Broncos at Indianapolis Colts. I'm taking the Broncos. I'm not buying the Colts hype just yet, just because you beat the Miami Dolphins. Panthers at Cardinals. Yeah, it's just could be the same old Panthers. And Arizona's another pick for Survivor. They're in my top 4, along with Rams, Ravens, and Bills. So I'm going to throw in the Cardinals as well for a Survivor pick. Philadelphia Eagles at Kansas City Chiefs. I don't think the Chiefs are going to go 0-2. When was the last time that happened? I don't know. I'll take Kansas City Chiefs. Falcons at Minnesota. I do think Atlanta will go 0-2. And sorry. Yeah, the Vikings were sweet justice last week there, on Monday night. Because I don't know, I picked them to win, and it was like the difference between me picking 10 games right and 9 games right. So they just made me look smarter. So that was really cool. And it was JJ McCarthy, who it was his first game in the NFL, and then they were down, and then he threw like a pick 6 in the second half. But for the Vikings and him to overcome that, and then score 3 touchdowns at the end there on Sunday Night Football Week 1. JJ had 3 touchdowns to end the game, and then they won. So that was pretty sweet. That was really cool. So I'm picking the Vikings again. That was like the game of the week. That made the week really good. And then Buccaneers at Texans. I'm picking Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And the Big Show. And then the other Monday Night Football game is the Chargers at Vegas, and I'm taking another upset on Monday night. So 2 upsets on Monday night. Raiders, Buccaneers. Yep. And that's all the picks, all 16 picks for week 2. And I'll check you guys out next week on Wednesday for next week's picks. Thanks.